Hi everyone, and welcome to Building Skills and Understanding Careers. My name is Audrey Walsh and I am a part of the Career Services staff here at Business Career Services, and today we are going to be presenting on a basic overview of what you need to know to get your career started, especially for management majors. So we'll cover our services at BCS, which are available online this semester, how to get involved and build skills as a management major, the most common management job titles and where to search for them, and lastly, how to set up an appointment with BCS if needed. So now that we have a roadmap, let's go ahead and get started. First up is an overview of our services here at Business Career Services. So if you don't know us already, our physical location is B1102 in Sneed Hall. We're right around the corner from Bleecker Street Cafe. But for this semester, we're offering all of our services virtually, which means that appointments, programs, career fairs, all of it is going to be online. Our one-on-one appointments can cover literally anything related to your career search, from reviewing resumes and cover letters, to job searching, career exploration, right up to practicing interviews and accepting those job offers once you start getting them. You can even make appointments with us about setting up things like your LinkedIn profile, using Handshake, or even grad school if that's something you're thinking about pursuing later. Some programs in the middle column that we run outside of our one-on-ones are the Monday morning This Week in Sneed Hall emails, electronic resume reviews using our new software system that's called VMOC. Posting jobs and internships in Handshake is something we do all the time, and then using VCU BizConnect as a way to connect with alumni and the business community, as well as our own fancy YouTube playlist that we've created that has videos for just about every topic, including a series that we did on job searching during COVID-19, which is really handy. Last, but definitely not least in the last column here, our fall career fair is coming up, and that'll be held virtually for this semester. It'll be on September 15th from 11 to 3 in the afternoon, and there'll be group events on Zoom as well as one-on-one time slots for you to talk with employers and recruiters, the same as you would if you were going up to a table at a career fair. You're required to register ahead of time and choose the companies that you're interested in for the one-on-ones so that we're able to schedule a time slot for you. This is pretty cool because it means that if you're interested in a specific company, we can guarantee that you'll be able to talk with them if you act soon enough and let us know that you're interested. So next up, now that we have all this down, let's talk about some things that you can do specifically as a management major to really amplify your experience while you're in school. On this slide, we've put information into 3 buckets: on campus, on your own, and through internships. In the on-campus section, we've listed out Beta Gamma Sigma, which is the honors fraternity for management majors that has a really active chapter here at VCU. You can also consider taking on any leadership role in a club or an organization at VCU. You could take this multiple ways. This can be something related to your degree program, so something in the School of Business, since we have multiple organizations for students, or it could be a leadership role in something that's not related to management at all. Say like taking on vice president or president of a sports club, a language club, a service organization, or an activity club, something that's like chess or environmental awareness, you name it. You can also check out the Da Vinci Center at VCU, which has multiple certificates, programs, classes, and lectures, and all their programming is focused on entrepreneurship and leadership, which are 2 things that management majors are really going to need to think about. You can also be a part of the SI, or Supplemental Instruction, or CLC, which is the Campus Learning Center's tutoring program, and act as a tutor for undergraduate classes in things like business, math, finance, or management classes once you complete them. There's an application process for this position, but they are paid, so that's a nice bonus. But if writing is more your speed, then you can consider being a tutor at the Writing Center also. There's a specific class that you have to take in order to be a tutor, and it can count as an elective, but then you also can get an hourly position that's paid at the end of it. So those are 2 opportunities to work on campus that also end up giving you a paycheck at the end. And last in this column, Think about academic projects that you've been working on, and by that I mean any big project that you've been doing in a management or business related class. So has there been a big group project that you've had to manage? Was there a group project that you had to work on by yourself for a whole semester? Did it involve creativity or pitching or coming up with a business model or using your management skills? These projects are all great indications that you're using the skill set you'll take with you to work. You're just doing it in an academic setting first. So these are all things to put on your resume for sure. In the On Your Own section, we've put things like the International Consulting Program, or ICP. The International Consulting Program is at the School of Business, and it's usually something that students do later in their academic careers, so around junior or senior year. But if it's something that interests you, you can start checking it out and doing some research now. It's all about studying abroad in the summer, taking a specific class, and then having a really nice completed business-related project at the end of it. And they're all really great experiences to add to your resume. In addition to that, LinkedIn Learning is a great self-teaching tool that has videos and skills for just about everything. They have a whole section just on management. Venture Creation University is a new initiative that's related to the Da Vinci Center, and it's actually coming out of the Da Vinci Center, that focuses on entrepreneurship at VCU and has a whole list of community resources if you're trying to start a project or a business or get funding or join in on other people's projects or businesses. And that can all be found at their website, which is entrepreneurship.vcu.vcu. And lastly, we've got the American Management Association. So think about joining that, or the AMA, and take advantage of cheaper student rates now for membership fees while you're in school before they become more expensive once you graduate. They have free web events, and they have professional development and job listings that you can all take advantage of as a member, so hop onto that as well. So in the last column here, internships are the most common and kind of go-to ways we think of gaining quote-unquote experience in the field. Of course, internships can be paid or unpaid depending on where you look, although most paid internships will start at around $12 or $15 an hour or go up from there. Internships usually run a semester, so you're thinking a fall, spring, or summer semester, and they can average about 10 to 20 hours a week during the school year. But sometimes those hours can be more over the summer, especially if you aren't taking any classes over the summer, so you have more time, or you're interning in a location that's other than Richmond. So if we're starting to think about how to get started with looking for internships and entry-level roles into management, we're going to talk about what are some of the most common job titles to look at, which brings me to my next slide. So here we've broken up management job titles into two different buckets or job families, if you want to think about them that way. The first one is sales and client relations. The second is business analysis and operations. So sales and client relations management folks are going to be the people-person-centered ones for sure. This is a person who enjoys meeting other people, getting a buzz or a rush from parties or networking, likes working the room, listening to problems, concerns, listening to other people, and then communicating back ways they think their problem or their issue can be solved. So every job listed out here touches on other people or working in a team in some way. So account manager, bank or hotel manager, recruiters, loan officers, representatives, these are all people. On the other side, we have business analysis and operations folks who are going to be more behind the scenes and more interested in the process of management rather than the people of management. So these are our big picture thinkers who are constantly thinking about how all the parts fit together rather than sitting down and asking one part out for a coffee meeting. They're strategic and they know how to find mistakes, challenges, and opportunities to keep being better. And this is why this column has things that focus on operations, like operations analyst or operations coordinator, or they have a lot of other jobs that have analyst in that job title. So that's kind of your buzzword, a business analyst, a purchasing agent, somebody who is looking at more than one part and putting them all together. And in the last column, where are you going to look for these jobs? So some heavy hitters here in the Richmond area, especially for internships and first entry-level jobs, are going to be places like Altria, Capital One, Dominion, West Rock, working for the City of Richmond, or someplace like CoStar. So those are all places that students have either landed jobs or internships with that have done really well. So last of all, where do we search for all these things? Which is my next slide. Where do we search for all these jobs? These three websites are really the holy trinity: Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed. You can look other places like Glassdoor, Snag-a-Job, Monster, or even Craigslist if you want to, but those postings tend to be less vetted and less filtered, so you may have to wade through a lot of slush before you find something meaningful. Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed all have highly customizable filtering tools that allow you to kind of laser point your job or internship search if you want to. You can also make appointments with us to specifically go over job searching and using these platforms if you'd like to. Which brings me to my next slide, how to make appointments. So if you log into Handshake, you'll see a toolbar at the top that looks a lot like this one up here. You'll want to click Career Center, which is where that green arrow is pointing. And then you'll have a series of prompts that will ask you to choose your appointment type, a series of questions that will ask you what day or time you want to come, what you want to make the appointment for, what topics you want to cover, so on and so forth. You'll hit submit when you're done filling that out, and you'll get a confirmation email from Handshake pretty fast. So check your email for that too. Next up is some other contact information that you should know. Like I mentioned at the beginning, our physical location is B1102 Sneed Hall, but we are taking appointments through Zoom or phone for this semester. So that can happen anywhere from 9 in the morning to 4:30 in the evening. You can call us at 804-827-1801 or drop us an email at bizcareer@vcu.edu, and our website is easily found using this address, or you can go to the School of Business main website where they have us linked at the top, or you can just Google us and find us that way too. And lastly, if you want to, you can follow us on social media for fun stuff and some really good information as well, because we're on Instagram at SneedLife. So that is a wrap for me and this presentation. So thank you so much for letting us be a part of your class today, and seriously let us know if there's anything we can do to help you out career-wise, because working with students is easily all of our most favorite part of the job, except for making presentations like this, of course. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. So we hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to be excellent to each other, and we really hope to see y'all soon. Have a good one.